Guys, today we're talking injury prevention. Let's talk ankle sprains. Perhaps the single most common injury in a physically active population. This occurs when the foot or the ankle twists and or rolls out. Most common is the dreaded inversion ankle sprain. There are three different severities or grades. Grade 1, pretty mild, and this is a stretching or slight tearing of the ligament with mild tenderness, swelling, and stiffness. Symptoms are going to be mild pain, little to no joint instability, and a slight loss of function and or range of motion. How do I manage these? Protection, compression, and elevation. 1 to 2 days, limiting weight-bearing associated activities. Now, you're not going to not walk around. You're just not going to do jumping jacks, box jumps, etc. We're going to increase weight-bearing activities as the pain decreases, and we're going to make sure that we have an elastic wrap on while we're doing this. An elastic wrap could be like an ACE wrap. We'll begin with gentle range of motion exercises like the ankle alphabet and isometrics. This is where you put your foot up against the wall and apply pressure for 10 seconds in all four directions. We'll progress these to progressive resistance exercises and balance activities, starting on double leg and then progressing all the way up to single leg. Recovery time here is usually about 1 to 3 weeks with appropriate treatment, that is. Next, we have grade 2s. So grade 2s are moderate, and we have a partial tearing of the ligament, moderate pain, swelling, and then there might even be some bruising. Our symptoms, right, that our individual is going to complain of are moderate pain and swelling, some loss of function, not a whole lot, and mild to moderate instability of the joint. Right? This is where you just don't feel stable on that ankle. There may be difficulty in walking, okay? And some individuals actually report hearing a pop, okay, when it happens. This will be if you're in a pickup game and you go up for a layup, you come down and somebody's foot is there and you land on their foot and hear that pop. My management for grade 2s, protection, compression, and elevation, always sensing a theme here, for at least 72 hours, that's 3 days. Some therapists believe imaging is indicated in grade 2s, while others feel that it depends on the individual presentation of the grade 2. Remember, I cannot diagnose you from there, so this is just for your general information. If your walking is pretty painful, then I'd probably recommend crutches for 5 to 7 days and gradually increase weight bearing. Usually around 2 days after the injury, I'll have my patients begin to move the ankle. Again, gentle range of motion exercises, ankle alphabets, isometrics, the ankle being wrapped or immobilized. We then progress to progressive resistance exercises. That could be exercises with the TheraBand, pulling the toes back and forth, side to side, etc., or an ankle weight, and then balance activities for the next 4 to 6 weeks. Yikes. The idea is that if not rehabbed appropriately and in due time, the athlete then becomes at risk for chronic ankle sprains. That'll be the person who's like, oh man, I rolled my ankle once when I was 15 and it was never the same. Don't want that, no bueno. So next on our list are grade 3s. These are more severe. This is a complete tear of the ligament with severe pain, swelling, and there'll be definite bruising. Our symptoms are going to be, again, a lot of pain. It's going to swell up nice and big, and it's going to feel very unstable as you're standing on that foot. And there's going to be substantial loss of function, and walking can be very, very painful. What do we do there? Protection, compression, and yes, you guessed it, elevation. For at least 3 days, 72 hours, most probably you'll get booted, right, being placed in a boot for 3 to 6 weeks. Then, after you get out of the boot, probably taping for another 3 to 6 weeks. This again is to help the ankle remain stable as you're beginning to learn how to use it again. Begin with gentle range of motion, isometrics, and seated balance activities, making sure they're all pain-free. We would then progress to the progressive resistance exercises that I talked about before with the TheraBand and the ankle. Recovery time here is going to be several months. It often requires some intensive treatment, such as intense physical therapy, or in some cases, even surgery, depending on what your prior level of function is and what activities you want to get back to. Because remember, that ligament is now fully ruptured and it does not grow back. If you run into an issue and you need to reach out, feel free. Call TSL today, 732-858-1777. Have a great day.